Hey everybody, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today we're talking about your strengths, which are your natural talents. I want to talk to you about these because I have an upcoming masterclass called How to Graduate with Honors, even if you don't think you can. And one of my speakers did a talk and interview with me all about strengths and how to use them. So I want to give you a little bit of a preview of that interview today and dive deep into the idea of using these strengths in school. So if you're like me and had never heard of a strengths class before this video, let me know by tapping that like button for me, that heart button, and also feel free to drop a yes down below. So kudos to you if you already knew about strengths tests and all about that assessment and how it works. But if you're like me, hang around for the next minute or two while we dive deep into this to make school better and so you know how to become part of that masterclass. So here we go. A strengths coach. There is this thing that's called the Clifton strengths assessment, and it's kind of like what you might already be familiar with, like I was, the personality test, the Myers-Briggs, the color test, direction, all that good stuff. But this, like I said, is about your strengths. So things, your talents that you were born with. You take this assessment and it's going to help you figure out your top 5, and then I believe also the top 12, but the 5 are obviously your most important. Okay, so the lady I interviewed, her name's Clifton, and she is a strengths coach. So she's certified, she's done some training, and what she does is she helps you figure out how to use these strengths that you have, the things that you're naturally good at, these talents that you just happen to have, you're born with. She teaches students and adults how to use those in their everyday life. Well, today I want to talk about some examples of school. Okay, so before I go into those specific examples, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow button so you always know the next time I go live. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. So again, you never miss another live video. And I also want to encourage you, I know I'm giving you a lot of things to do, but I want to encourage you to join my Facebook group. There's a link over in the description so you can join us in this masterclass called How to Graduate with Honors, and so you can watch this video because I'm just telling you things I learned today in my interview. I want you to be able to watch the interview for yourself and hear everything from Clifton firsthand. So, something I learned today. So there's these 34 different strengths, these different talents, and what they mean is you're good at certain things and not so good at other things. Well, she described a certain skill today, certain talent, competitiveness, and there's a different name for it on the Clifton strength assessment thing, but I recognized myself the way she was describing it. I'm an extremely competitive person, and I always want to win, no matter if it's a board game, if it's a sport, if it's some class project. I want to get the best grade possible. So if that is you, if you're a competitive person, that is something you can definitely use in school. Okay, so you can use that desire to want to do really well, to study harder, to push yourself harder, to get the best grade, the best score possible, be the best. Okay, so if that's one of your strengths, then it's going to be easier for you to want to do well, and the goal then will become, do you have the motivation to do what you want, what you're kind of compelled to do based on your strengths. Now, something else we talked about is activating people to do other things. The lady I interviewed, Clifton, evidently that's one of her strengths. I believe she told me that she's really, really good at getting a whole bunch of people to do things, to start up something. Well, if that's one of your strengths, I'm thinking in school, that's pretty awesome. If you have a group project and you guys are figuring out who's going to do what, well, if that is your particular strength and you've got people that are willing to listen to you and you're able to encourage them to do this, to do that, and they actually do it, that's a pretty amazing thing to have in a group project at school. So like I said, there's 34 of these, I believe she said. Obviously not going to go into all of them here, but I do want to tell you that these strengths also are really important in college. So before we jump into that, one little thing I want to encourage you, if you're just now joining us, make sure you hit that follow button on Facebook, that subscribe button on YouTube. Okay? Now when it comes to college, again, I don't want to give away the whole interview, but just know, knowing your strengths makes it so much easier to choose your major. Because if you know what your strengths are, you'll have a better idea of what careers you'll be good for. Because you can match your career to your strengths. And obviously, on a lot of these jobs, you're gonna need to go to college to get a degree. So there's stepping stones. Okay, so don't be one of those students that goes to college and is there for 6 or 7 years because you're trying out this and you're trying out this and you keep switching majors. Know what your strengths are so you can pick your major and then go to college with something very specific in mind. So again, if you want to watch this video, this interview that I did with Strengths Coach, then make sure you join my Facebook group so you know when the link opens up because the masterclass starts next week. So June 21st, 2021 is the first day you can sign up, and the easiest way to make sure you get everything out of the masterclass, because there's going to be all sorts of bonus material happening in my Facebook group, join the group by clicking the link you see over in the description. So I hope to see you soon in my Facebook group so you can join us for this How to Graduate with Honors Masterclass, and so you can catch Kristen's interview and 29 other interviews, all designed to help you help your child graduate with honors. So thanks so much. See you soon.